Most coaches think that the only path to six figures is grinding through 12-hour days, posting nonstop on every platform, and sacrificing any chance of a real vacation. But it does not have to be that way. I run a six-figure coaching business working just 4 to 5 hours a day. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I structure my days so I don't burn out, the exact tools and systems I use to grow my business without being glued to my laptop, and how you can copy this strategy to grow your own coaching business, even if you're just getting started. So let's start with how I structure my days. I definitely have my fair share of late nights working until dawn and grinding myself to a pulp just to feel productive, but I hated it. I didn't leave one exhausting job just to create another. So I made the decision early on that I was going to build my business inside of a 20-hour work week and figure out how to earn more in that time frame. Yes, I could have worked 80 hours a week to hit six figures, but then I'd only know how to run a business that required 80 hours a week. You see, most people design their business around their work. I chose to flip it and I designed my work around my life. And that's a key that I want you to think about. The number of hours that you give your business determines the kind of business it becomes. If you give it 80 hours, it's going to eat away 80 hours. If you give it 20, you can learn to thrive in that 20 hours. That's why my calendar is my greatest tool. It's not just my schedule, it's a blueprint for the life that I want to live. From 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., I am in focused work mode. This is where the deep work happens and the real growth happens. From 2 p.m. to 8 p.m., my time is wide open for family and friends or just hanging out and relaxing. And from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m., I am winding down and sleeping. Typically, I am passed out by 9 to 10 p.m. And from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m., I am getting up, going to the gym, getting ready, and then fueling up for my workday. Typically, I like to take either Wednesday or Friday off or do a very light work day, and on average, it comes out to 20 hours per week. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, I'm doing a lot more heavy call days, podcast interviews, coaching clients, all that kind of stuff. While my calendar looks crazy to most people, this rhythm protects me from burnout and ensures that I am always spending my limited work hours on the tasks that actually matter. And honestly, it's been one of the biggest reasons that I've been able to scale without sacrificing my life. So if you want a business that doesn't take over your life, you have to design it that way. And it starts with how intentional you are about your days. Now, working fewer hours sounds great, but that alone isn't going to grow a successful coaching business. If you don't have the right systems in place, your business will stop working the second that you step away. So let me show you the exact tools and systems I use that let my business keep working around the clock even when I'm not. Most coaches and online educators are stuck in this loop of trading their time for money. The second they stop working, their income stops too. If you want a coaching business that consistently grows every day without you working around the clock, you have to build it that way. Every YouTube video, podcast episode, Instagram story, every email you create should work as a digital employee who's out there having conversations with people, building trust, and pointing them to your offers. This happens to me all the time with my YouTube channel. Someone finds one of my videos, they like my style, and then they binge through 10 more videos. By the time they book a call or join my program, they'll often say, "I feel like I already know you, but I've never met them." That is the power of systems. Your business keeps running even when you stop working. So here's a simple weekly flow that I followed to hit my first six-figure year as an online coach, and it's the same one that I still use to this day. First, I use Kajabi to run my entire coaching business. Kajabi sells my online courses, coaching programs, hosts my website and landing pages, handles my email marketing, and a ton more. And if you've heard about Kajabi and you've been thinking about using it, I can get you an extended 30-day free trial instead of the usual 14-day trial. Plus, when you use my link, I'll give you my exclusive Kajabi course, which is going to show you exactly how I run my six-figure coaching business behind the scenes and how to set yours up the same way. You also get a private coaching call with me to map out your strategy and answer any questions you have about Kajabi or growing your knowledge-based business. So if you want to take advantage of that, click the first link down in the description, or you can always go to profityourknowledge.com/Kajabi. So every week I publish a YouTube video which gets me discovered by the people that I can help. They join my email list by grabbing a free guide or a resource that I offer. And when they sign up, they automatically get a series of emails that deepens the relationship and introduces them to my programs. All of this is done inside of Kajabi, and I walk you through exactly how to set it up inside of my course. But this simple system is how I make money around the clock without working more hours. I also host a podcast called the Profit Your Knowledge Podcast, which has over 500 episodes and is now a top 2.5% global show. I interview other coaches, entrepreneurs, and business owners on how they have built their business to what it is today and the lessons learned along the way. And those conversations create a ton of opportunities for me. I'll get invited to speak at summits or guest on bigger podcasts, which funnels more people into my offers. And sometimes even my guests become private clients. The beauty of the system is that my business keeps working even when I step away. Every video I publish, every interview I do, every connection I make compounds over time. With the right tools and systems in place, your business should never stop working for you even when you're off the clock. Systems don't just save you time, they multiply your effort. They let you be everywhere at once while you work from anywhere you want in the world. And that's how you scale your business while working fewer hours. Now you might be thinking, okay, James, this all sounds great, but how do I actually do this so I can start working less and earning more? Well, that all boils down to just one word: focus. You don't need more hours. You need to spend the hours that you do have on the things that actually move your business forward. Obviously, there's some nuance here because I'm not actually working with you right now, but here are 3 steps that you can start applying right away. Step 1 is to design your work around your life. Don't wait until you're successful to cut back your work hours. By then, you'll probably have already built a beast that you'd have to fully restructure anyway. Decide right now how many hours you want to work each week, and then design your calendar around that. One of my private clients came to me drowning in her business. She thought she had to do more to succeed, but what she really wanted was something so simple: regular dinners with her family like she had growing up. After we restructured her business around her life instead of the other way around, she finally got those dinners back. Remember, you are in control of your business, not the other way around. Step 2 is to identify your needle movers. Just because you work 8 hours a day doesn't mean that you're productive for 8 hours a day. That's why I choose to focus on one key thing at a time for 4 to 5 hours. After that, my brain slows down, my work quality drops, and if I try to keep pushing through, I end up burning out. And history shows us this too. In 1913, Henry Ford didn't tell his workers to just hustle harder and put in longer shifts. Instead, he made one smart change, which was creating the moving assembly line. That single shift cut production time from 12 hours per car to about 90 minutes. He didn't work harder, he worked smarter, and the results transformed not just his company, but the entire auto industry. The same rule applies to your coaching business. Let's say that your goal is to get more clients. Checking social media, tweaking your website, or playing with Canva might feel productive, but it's not going to get you a full client list. Instead, you need to focus on the 20% of activities that bring in 80% of your results. Typically, that means creating content, building your email list, talking with potential clients, and making real offers to work with you. To find your needle mover, ask Gary Keller's focusing question. What is the one thing I can do that, by doing it, will make everything else easier or totally unnecessary? What's that one task that works like a big domino, knocking over all the other small dominoes in one blow? And don't rush into the first thing that comes to mind. Really think about this, and if one idea keeps coming up, act on it. Step 3 is to put systems in place early. Don't wait until you're overwhelmed to delegate work or automate repetitive tasks. How can you make every piece of content you put out work like a digital employee that's attracting new people, building trust, and pointing them to your offers? Can you hire a VA to offload your video editing, scheduling, or tedious tasks that don't actually require you? And how can you use tools like Kajabi to automate your business so you're not constantly chasing clients? You don't need to sacrifice your life to build a 6-figure coaching business. You just need to be more intentional. You can work fewer hours by focusing on what moves the needle, delegating and automating what doesn't need your voice or your face, and having systems that make this all run smoothly. Think about Henry Ford again. He didn't build every car himself. He designed a system. The line kept moving, the cars kept rolling off, and he could step back knowing it worked without him working more. That's exactly how your coaching business should feel. And here's a little bonus for you. One of the fastest ways that I was able to grow a 6-figure coaching business wasn't from cranking out more content or working longer hours. It was simply by charging more for what I do. By charging more, I started working with fewer clients who were more committed, and I got paid more for less effort. So if you want to know how to raise your rates without losing clients, watch this video next, and I'll show you the exact steps to double your prices as a coach and finally start charging what you're worth. If this video was helpful, please share this with someone and give it a like. It really helps boost the channel. If you have any questions at all, leave a comment below. And as always, take what you learned here, get out there, make something happen. I'll see you in the next one.